Good morning, Falcons. I'm Deb Cole.
And I'm Yadali Suarez.
Coming up, Wings of Praise winners.
Also, Poetry Out Loud.
CCHS Today starts now.
Check one.
Today's Wings of Praise winners are Ariana Hillard and Jeremiah Ramos. Please go to the main office to claim your prize.
Attention seniors, do you need mid-year transcripts sent for college applications? If you aren't sure, you need to check your Common App or college application portals now. Mid-year transcript request forms are available in the counseling office. They are different than regular transcript request forms. Look for the purple form to complete this request. You can begin to submit mid-year transcript requests at any time, but they will not be ready to send until mid-February. Not every college requires a mid-year transcript, so you will need to research each of your school's requirements and complete a request form if necessary. See your school counselor with any questions.
Attention C Club members, field trip permission forms are due this Thursday. Please turn in forms and money to Mrs. Battistelli in room 205. If you need a form, please stop in ASAP. Space is limited.
Attention Drama Club, we have a trip planned to go see Romeo and Juliet at Lebanon Valley College during the day on February 14th. Pick up your permission slip today in room 602. All permission slips and money are due back by February 5th. Don't delay.
For your lunch today, we have Italian hot sausage, sautéed peppers and onions, crinkle-cut fries, and baked beans.
Every year our school participates in Poetry Out Loud. Here's a recap of the event.
Poetry Out Loud is a nationwide competition that our school partakes in every November. Students must memorize a poem to recite in their English class. If they are voted to move on, students have the opportunities to perform their poem for the school in the auditorium. Mr. Worry and Mrs. Haynes talks about the importance of Poetry Out Loud.
When I was a student here, we used to do Poetry Out Loud, and it was like a great time. I didn't love it when I was a student, but now, since I've been teaching here, it's been a lot of fun. And for me, all I do is I'm just the MC. So I go and stand up there before they present, I say a few remarks, and then I let the students present, and they share some really great work and do some great poetry. My favorite part about hosting it is just the energy. It's the day before Thanksgiving break. It's fun and really enjoyable for me because basically I'm taking all my classes all day to the auditorium, and we get to have a day of poetry and get to listen to some great students give some excellent poems. It's a really nice time-honored tradition here at Cedar Crest. Well, memorizing poetry is it's a great skill to have. I think it's good for your brain. It's a good challenge, and it is a part of public speaking, which is a part of taking English as well. So for students to learn poetry, I think it's really important.
Poetry Out Loud is a great opportunity for students to experience poetry in a public speaking performance venue. It's an opportunity that they may not get. It's something that puts a focus other than sports and athletics. It's culture, it's arts, it's a perfect fit. I take the easy judging role, that's the accuracy judge, and so I can be totally impartial, and they say the words that are on the page printed in front of me, or they don't. So I don't have to judge, but I just think it's a great experience. Students overcome that stage fright of speaking in front of people, so I think it's a great experience for everyone. Poetry Out Loud is important because it pushes students out of their comfort zone. It gives them an experience to learn poetry and discuss poetry, and it keeps the poetry alive. The spoken word is so much different than just reading it on a page.
If the students perform well, they have the choice to move on to perform as a finalist with their peers. The winner out of the finalists will move on to regionals.
I think Poetry Out Loud is a really good opportunity to get involved in something different that many students don't get involved in. A whole bunch of my friends are doing it, and I think it's just really fun to compete with them, and I'm having a really good time. My favorite part of performing Poetry Out Loud is finding different ways to connect to the poems. I chose To Helen by Edgar Allan Poe. Edgar Allan Poe is probably my favorite poet. He just has a really cool way of telling a different story in so many cool ways. I don't know, I just really like his poetry. And even though this is one of his happier poems, I still really like it. I think Poetry Out Loud is important, one, because it's just like an awesome tradition that we do every year, and I hope it lasts forever. And I also think it's a really good way to get involved in the school in a different way.
Poetry Out Loud is a great way to get more involved in your communities as well as learn to analyze and understand poetry better as a student. Poetry Out Loud can help students become more confident and comfortable when it comes to public speaking. It's a favorite Cedar Crest High School tradition that holds sentimental meaning to staff and students.
For your morning announcements today, I'm Deb Cole.
And I'm Natalie Suarez.
Make it a great day, Cedar Crest.